Welcome back to 3 Inquisitive Kids. In this video, we will be looking at some basic 5th grade fraction word problems. Let's take a look at the first problem. There are 50 oranges in a box. 3/10 of them are rotten. How many oranges are not rotten? There are 50 oranges in a box. 3/10 of them are rotten. How many oranges are not rotten? We're trying to take away 3/10 of 50 away from 50. So now I want to ask myself, what is the other 7/10 of the 50? Notice that the problem used of. When we do problems like this, of usually means multiplication. For example, in the problem, 3/10 of them is 3/10 times 50. And now we want to know what is 7/10 times 50. 7/10 times 50 is equal to 7/10 times 50 over 1. Then we multiply the numerators with the numerators, and we multiply the denominators with the denominators. 7/10 times 50 over 1 is equal to 350 over 10. We need to simplify our answer. They're all multiples of 10, so you can just cross out 10 on both top and bottom sides. So we get 35 over 1, which equals 35. 35s of the oranges are not rotten. Now let's do our next problem. Patrina spent 2/5 of her money and had $60 left. How much money did she have at first? Let's first think of her original amount of money as 1, and that she spent 2/5 of her money. The first step of our problem is to figure out what 2/5 of her money is. Let's start by writing an equation. 1 whole, the amount of money she had at first, minus 2/5 of her money equals 3/5. Now, I wrote this equation to let you know that the $60 that we have left here is equal to the 3/5 of money she had at first. And the first small step to figure out the first step, which is figuring out what is the 2/5 of her money, is trying to know what 1/5 of her money is. And since 3/5 is equal to 3 times 1/5, and that right now in this problem, this 3/5 is equal to $60, we can divide 3 from both sides. And the 3 on the left side cancels out. And now we're left with 1/5 is right now in this problem equal to $20. Now we can easily figure out what the 2/5 of our money is. But Since we know that her money is already split into 5 parts and that one of the parts is equal to $20, why don't we just multiply 20 by 5? 20 times 5 is equal to 100. We can also check by asking ourselves, what is 3/5 of 100? 100 times 3/5 is equal to 60. So that proves that our answer is correct. She had $100 at first. Now, here is our third example. 4/7 of a group of children are boys. If there are 18 more boys than girls, how many children are there altogether? Okay. So we know our first step just last time is to think of the whole group of children as one whole, and to figure out how much children there are altogether, we need to know how much girls are there. Well, we already know that 4/7 of a group of children are boys, and that there are 18 more boys than girls. Okay, so if 4/7 of the group are boys, then the rest, which is the 3/7, must be girls. Do you see how the difference between 4/7 and 3/7 are 1/7? And that also tells us that there are 18 more boys than girls, which tells us that the 4/7 of the group of children and the 3/7 of the group of children have a total difference of 18. So in this problem, 18 is equal to 1/7. Now we already know what 1/7 is. We can definitely tell how much children there are altogether. The group of children are split into 7 parts. We already know one part, which is equal to 18. So we can multiply 18 by 7. 7 times 18 is equal to 126. Let's start our final exercise. Miss Reese has $480. She used 2/3 of it to buy an electric fan. She also bought a tea set for $60. How much did she have left? So we know the whole amount of dollars is $480. And then she bought 2/3 of it for an electric fan. And then she bought $60. And we need to find how much money she has left. Let's start by writing an equation. 480 minus 480 times, remember, of always means multiplication. 2/3 minus 60. And now all we have to do is simplify this equation. 400 minus the product of 400 times 2/3 minus 60. First, we do the parentheses. 480 times 2/3 is equal to 2 times 480 over 3 minus 60. Let's first subtract 60 away from 480. So we get 420 minus 2 times 480. We simplify the fraction. 2 times 480 is equal to 960, and 960 divided by 3 is equal to 320. 420 minus 320 is equal to 100. Miss Reese has $100 left. Thanks for watching this video, and if you're new to our channel, make sure to remember to subscribe down below. See you next time! 3 Inquisitive Kids.